G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 1 of the Prado builds. Today we're all hands on deck to turn this old soccer mum car into the ultimate tourer ready to take me and my partner on a full lap of Australia. So I've called in a favour to a couple of my mates who are going to give me a hand in building this thing. As you can see, the boys are already stuck in, measuring out the back of the car, trying to figure out exactly how we're going to lay everything out. I've already taken the liberty before I came out here to take the rear seats out. Now, if you're going to do this, check your state's regulations. I'm going to have to go and take this car to get reassessed, or it's kind of like a miniature blue slip here in New South Wales, to get that done to turn it back into a 2-seater. It's not that expensive, but again, you have to check your regulations in your state to see if you can actually do that. Okay, so while the boys are plugging away with the custom sort of stuff, I'm sticking to the DIY stuff that anyone can do in their driveway. But for this trip, I'm gonna be running the Tourer rooftop tent. Now, the reason for that is, one, they're nice and lightweight. This thing only weighs about 57 kilos as it sits, and that's the entire package. And two, it's got a ridiculous amount of space on the inside. I'm 6'8", my partner's quite tall also, so heaps of length, heaps of width, and heaps of head height as well. So if you need to get changed in here, it's gonna be great. And yeah, it's gonna be absolutely perfect for the roof of the Prado. And they're really easy to set up, that's the other thing. I wanted a quick and easy setup. So I reckon once we've set this up a couple of times, we'll be able to do it blindfolded in under 5 minutes. So, and that's I'm aiming for under 10-minute camp setup for this. So I'm actually gonna time it while I'm out there to see how good we can get it, but I can't wait. Okay, so I'm not gonna give away the whole build just yet, but as you can see, with any build, you've got to start with a nice base. So Chris is already busy making that up. He's using a thing called a tape measure. I've never actually seen one of those before, but, what's that called? A ruler. Oh, okay, yeah. So he's got some tools and he's got some knowledge about this stuff apparently, but yeah, he's stuck in and it looks good so far. So I'm pretty keen. Okay, it's starting to look like a super tourer, as you can see, and check this out. Favorite part of the build, probably. Should call this the instant awning. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so I'm onto some camp lighting for the setup here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the rock light kit. The reason I'm running a rock light kit instead of a camp LED light kit or something like that is because of the fact that you can switch between white LED and amber. Now, amber light is actually really, really good when it comes to keeping mozzies and other bugs away from your camp. They're just not as attracted to it as they are a white light. Now, what I'm gonna do is figure out a way that I can mount it permanently to the underside of each arm here. So let's get into it. Okay, so everything that needs to be up on the roof is pretty much done, so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Of course, we've got the 270-degree freestanding awning, which you saw earlier. It's probably one of my favorite parts about the build, plus it's got the built-in rock light kit, which I installed earlier. Can't wait to try that. Of course, we've got accommodation, which is the Tourer rooftop tent, which we spoke about earlier as well. 57 kilos, nice and lightweight, easy to set up, heaps of space inside. And of course, we've got an instant ensuite. Now this is gonna be so handy for when we're getting changed and if we wanna take a shower with a portable gas hot water system or something like that. This is gonna be an absolute lifesaver on the trip. We've got a little bit of space left over up the front here, so I think I might mount a gas bottle or something like that up there, but it's looking awesome and I cannot wait to hit the road. This is getting really exciting because we're getting so close to finishing here. As you can see, the boys are still hard at work. They've made me a completely custom drawer top, so we've gotten rid of both the original drawer tops on the twin drawers. It'll make sense later on in the build why we did that, but it is looking good, and I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Okay, so the reason we've replaced both drawer tops here and gone with a completely flat top, which Chris has built for me, is because I'm gonna be running an upright fridge. At first I wanted a dual zone, but Chris suggested this because he actually ran one of ours in his Jeep. It served him really well. You get heaps of space inside, super easy to access, plus at the very back of it, we've got heaps of room left over to run the battery and all the 12 volt. So it's a win-win, and it's looking amazing. Quick interruption here, guys. I just wanted to reach out once more and say a massive thank you to all of you that are watching this right now. You're the reason this channel keeps going, so I wanted to offer another discount code. Now, if you're planning to build your car into a home on wheels for a trip around our gorgeous country like I am, then I know how much this discount is going to help you guys out. So use the code below and go nuts. Okay, so we're on day 2 of the build. As you can imagine, I didn't sleep well last night because I'm so bloody excited to get this thing on the road, and it's already looking amazing. The boys actually snuck in early and got the third drawer, the frame of it mounted for me, so I've just got to finish that off, put it all back together. Then we're going to move on to the 12 volt, which I can't wait to see what the boys have got in store for me, but that's their side of things. I'm just going to finish this off for now, and then we'll get stuck in. So pretty much all the cabinetry side of things has been done. It's all ready to go, and come and have a look at how good this looks, because this is going to be so useful on the trip. The boys have done such a good job. It looks unreal. Righto, so the boys are putting the final touches on the car before I'm actually allowed to turn the key, drive it out the door and head home. Now I can't wait to see the missus' reaction because she's absolutely gonna love this, but I'm not supposed to show you completely everything just yet. That'll be later on in the build. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because I'll do a full walk around after I've done with the next couple of episodes and you're gonna absolutely love it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, but come with me and I'll walk you through. So you've already seen the shelf here with the storage compartment underneath. Absolutely awesome bit of work there from Chris. And of course, we've got the storage set up. We've got twin drawers, a single drawer, and a 78 litre storage box, as well as the upright fridge, the wings on both ends. I don't know what I'm gonna do all of this storage space, honestly. I was a bit worried about that coming into this, but come around here, this is my new favorite part about the car. It was the awning before, but now this 12 volt setup is absolutely insane. I've got a 1500 watt inverter. I've got a 200 amp hour lithium battery, a DC-DC charger with a solar input. Oh, like a kid in a candy shop. This just keeps getting better and better. Can't wait to hit the road. Righto guys, that wraps up this episode, but boys, thank you so much for all your help. Absolute legends, you've smashed it. The setup looks incredible and I cannot wait to actually get out there and test it. I'll send you a bunch of photos while I'm out there to make you real jealous of all the work that you put into this car. Again guys, that's not all that we've got coming for this car. In the next episode, you'll see me pulling it apart again. I've got a whole bunch more to do to it, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll catch you next time.